that wide enough? You want me to redo it? Or?
Well, I don't think Mike.
I was watching that thing.
I kept getting ganged up on all the time. That's okay. Now.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. If I have some changes on the program, if you'd want to make some notes, if you happen to have a pencil or a pen with you, there's a number of changes on the Saegertown roster that we'd just like to fill you in with so that you would not put the wrong name with the wrong person. So if you want to check out, I have no particular order for these. Well, I take it back. We will get down from the top of your program. Neil Braswell, which is marked as number 4. So cross out number 6. He's wearing number 6. Okay, tri-captains for the Lions. For the flipping the coin in midfield, Brian Gillette, along with Mike Drexler and Steve Hawthorne. Representing the Panthers, number 51, Justin Grubbs. Number 11, Scott Hanses. Number 26, Jake Smith. And number 71, Jim Wolfgang. We'll have the introduction of the starting lineup after the flipping of the coin. The officials indicate that the Saegertown Panthers have won the toss and will receive. The Lions will be kicking off and defending the south goal. Now we'd like to introduce the starting lineup for the Saegertown Panthers. At center, a junior number 51, Justin Grubbs. At left guard, a senior number 71, Jim Wolfgang. At right guard, a junior number 61, Colson Schlosser. At left tackle, a senior number 76, Frank Kimmel. At right tackle, a junior number 77, Jamie Rockwell. Tight end for the Panthers, a freshman number 84, Brian Orr. At the split end, a senior number 12, Shane Tellaho. The Panther quarterback, a junior number 11, Scott Hanses. And in the backfield, a junior number 25, Mike Varhola. At the other running back, a senior number 26, Jake Smith. And rounding out Chris Casola's Panthers is at fullback, number 47, Adam Fry. The Panthers come into tonight's ball game with a record of 0-3. Now introducing the Lions, who come in tonight with a perfect 3-0 record. At center, a senior number 72, Steve Hawthorne. At left guard, a junior number 52, Ken York. At right guard, a senior number 56, Mac Dickey. At left tackle, a junior number 75, Mike Lips. At right tackle, a junior number 61, Tim Valenci. Tight end for the Lions, a junior number 31, J.J. Potts. At split end, a junior number 88, Justin Corey. The Lion quarterback, a junior number 12, Lenny McCullough. In the backfield, a junior number 24, Mike Drexler. At the slot back, a junior number 30, Trevor Oates. And the Lion fullback, a senior number 32, Brian Gillette. Head coach for the Lions in his 19th season with a perfect 3-0 record, Mr. Dan McCullough. For the Lions. And Gear's kick is picked up by number 11, Scott Hanses. So the Panthers will take over at the 35-yard line, 1st and 10. Full out backfield. And the ball goes to Adam Fry. Fry picks up a couple of yards on the play. Make it 2nd down and 8. Frazier split wide on the right side. Hanses gives off on the play to Jake Smith. And the Panthers have recovered. Be a loss of about 4 on the play. We'll call it loss of 3 on the play. We'll bring it up 3rd down and 11. Jamie Rockwell for the Panthers. Picked up that loose pigskin. 3rd down. Teleho split wide on the right side this time. And a penalty flag. Offsides will be charged against the Panthers. So I'll bring up a 3rd and 16, first penalty of the ball game. 5 yards, marked off against the gold and white. Kansas, back to throw. Kansas throws, and picked off by Mike Drexler. Drexler dives to the 35-yard line. So Mike Drexler picks that ball off at about the midfield and returns the ball 15 yards on the first turnover of the ball game. Steve Hawthorne, senior center, up over the football for the Lions. Gillette in behind McCullough. And the give goes to Drexler. Drexler finds a hole. And Drexler, first down to about the 16-yard line. Dave Merritt in on that stop of the junior tailback for the Lions. As the Lions pick up their first down of the ball game. First down at the 16-yard line. And Gillette with a quick one down the middle. And Gillette straight ahead for about 6 yards on the play, down to around the 10-yard line. Ball sets right at the 10. 2nd down and a long 3. And Drexler off the right side, dives inside the 5. Should be enough for a first down. And it is. So it'll be 1st and goal for the Lions as the orange and black pick up first down number 2 at the 4-yard line. Actually, the nose of the football sitting at the 5, so 1st and goal from the 5. And McCullough fakes and fires. Touchdown into the corner. Jason Dietz on a crossing pattern as Lenny McCullough on a rollout fires his first aerial of the ball game, complete the Dietz for the TD. And the Lions attempting the 2-point conversion. And penalty flags go up before the snap of the football. And illegal procedure marked against the Lions, so it'll be moved back to the 8-yard line from the 3. It'll be the first penalty of the ball game against the Lions, 5 yards. So the 2-point conversion will have to come from the 8-yard line. pitch to Drexler. Drexler heading for the corner, and he makes it. Mike Drexler on that pitch out. McCullough took a pretty good lick on that pitch out, but Drexler hauls it in and dives to the corner for the two-point conversion. So with 8:36 remaining in quarter number one, the Lions on top, 8-0. Jake Smith. And Rob Walker. And the line drive kick tipped by Walker. Walker picks it up at the 10. Reverses his field. And Walker gets loose. And finally brought down on the play. Brian Potts finally hauls down Rob Walker after returning that football from the 10 out to the 45-yard line. So the Panthers, with their second possession, go to work first and 10 at the 45. Andes looks, and Andes is drugged down from behind and breaks away, and finally Potts once again gets in there along with Steve Hawthorne. So a loss on the play of about 4 yards. Call it second down and 14. Kansas on a keeper, design keeper up the middle, big yardage. And picks up the loss along with about 6 more yards, about a pickup of about 10 on the play. Jason Dietz finally makes the stop for the orange and black, so it'll bring up third down. And about 5, they mark it. And the football is across midfield at the Lion, 49-yard line. Kansas on a pitch back to Smith. Smith cannot find running room at the 50, and a loss of 1 on the play. So a punting situation for the Panthers. Kenny York making that stop for the Lions. Doing the punting for the Saegertown Panthers will be Jake Smith, number 26. Deep for the Lions. Dietz along with Drexler. Pair of juniors. And high kick. And the ball they marked dead at the 40-yard line. So the Lions will take over on that 10-yard kick from scrimmage. Lions will take over at their own 40-yard line. Second possession for the Lions. Lions scored on their first possession, hold an 8-0 lead. Drexler split wide on the left side. And McCullough looks. McCullough fires to Drexler one-on-one. And Drexler breaks loose, looks for a tackle. And Mike Drexler goes 60 yards for the touchdown. So Mike Drexler hauls in pass number 2 from Lenny McCullough as the Lions go 60 yards on one play and put 6 more on the board. And we have timeout on the field, charge to the Panthers. Timeout. So with 5:36 remaining here in the quarter number one, Lions enjoying an 8-0 lead. Check out a 14-0 lead. Reminder downstairs, they will be selling hot cider during the from the booth downstairs. Completes his third pass of the ball game, enough for a 2-point conversion. Complete to Brian Potts. So he's had Jason Dietz, Mike Drexler, and Brian Potts have all caught passes from Lenny McCullough here in the first quarter, as the Lions on top by 16. Once again, booting the ball, sophomore, and this time kicks the ball deep. Hauled in by Scott Hanses. Hanses throws a forward pass, which is illegal, so he'll bring that back. So we'll have a penalty here to start off this third possession for the Panthers. He'll be backed up from the 21-yard line, 5 yards from where he threw the football, back to about the 17-yard line. First down for the Panthers. Kansas on a keeper once again, and drugged down from behind by Ken York. So they spot the football just about the line of scrimmage. We'll call it second down and 10. As the junior quarterback, Scott Hanses, on a quarterback keeper. No gain on the play. Teleho split wide on the left side. Full house backfield behind Hanses. Hanses on the pitch. Jake Smith tries the left side. And we'll have to see where they spot the football, where Jake Smith was run out of bounds. Spotting the ball up around the 19-yard line, so now they move it back. The 18 will pick up of 1 on the play. Call it third down and 9. Kansas back, looks, and on a keeper, pretty good hole, and picked up and thrown down the play, and penalty flag goes out against Kenny York, or at least the penalty is down. Hitting him with the helmet is the call on the field. So that'll bring up a 15-yard penalty against the Lions and a first down. For the Saegertown Panthers, their first down by way of the penalty. That's the Lions' second penalty. For a total of 20 yards, brings the ball up to the 38.5-yard line. Panthers with a first down. And the give is driven back by, once again, it is Kenny York. And Brian Gillette in there. Tim Valencic also in there on that quick hitter of Jake Smith. So a loss of about 5 yards on the play. Second down and 15. shoulder of number 84, Brian Orr. So bring up third down and 15 on that incompleted pass. Stops the clock, 3:46. Still here in quarter number 1. And a quick pitch. This time is complete and driven back into the ground. Brian Orr, who's caught the pass. J.J. Potts, I believe. Might have been Jason Dietz. Had that great hit on him. And a punting situation. And a much better punt this time into the breeze. Gonna get it. And it hits the Saegertown player. And so it should be a dead ball as it bounced off one of the Saegertown players right here. So it'll be the Lions ball at the 40-yard line. Okay, penalty charged against the Saegertown Panthers. So it'll move the ball. Okay, interference charged against the Saegertown Panthers, which is 15 yards, moves the ball to the 46-yard line of the Panthers, as the Lions have enjoyed great field position to start each possession. And quick one goes to Gillette, I believe, down the gut. And Gillette straight ahead for about 6 yards. They mark it a pickup of 5 on the play, so we'll call it 2nd down and 5. Ball spotted at the 42-yard line. McCullough looks. McCullough fires deep. And over the hands of Brian Potts, who was open on the play, as he is slightly overthrown in the first missed pass of the night by the junior quarterback, Lenny McCullough. Brings up 3rd down. Third and 5. Lions in with 2 first downs. 3 for 4 for McCullough. McCullough looks, fires, complete on the play. Mike Drexler hauls in that aerial at the 35 and rambles to about the 15-yard line. So Mike Drexler hauls in pass number 2 for him for the night. McCullough, 4 for 5 on the night, the passing department. McCullough looks, fires through the hands of Dietz, who had 6 points behind him. Second down at the 18.5-yard line. Justin Corey, as a multiple of receivers have had the chance to catch that football here in the first quarter. Third down at the 19-yard line. Third and 10. Mike Drexler drug down on the play. After he gets to the 15-yard line, Frank Kimmel in on that stop. Fourth, and they're going to take timeout for a measurement on the field, as fourth down was approaching, but going to check for a measurement. Ball sitting on about the 9-yard line. So they stretch the chains, and it is a first down, number 3 for the Lions. So it's first and goal from the 9-yard line. So Mike Drexler picks up the 10 yards for the first down. McCullough fires, and Mike Drexler was the intended receiver, and number 20, Rob Walker. Nice defensive play as he sticks in his hand and bats that ball out of Drexler's hands. Second down. Second and goal from the 9-yard line. 1:28 remaining here in the first quarter. Drexler split wide on the left. And a quick to Gillette, wide open, and Brian Gillette through. So Brian Gillette picks up his first touchdown of the night. The Lion fullback, who's had a great year. So the Lions, with 3 possessions on the night, have scored for their third time. This time, Mike Drexler will attempt the point after touchdown. And Drexler's kick is up and through. So with 1:24 remaining here in quarter number 1, the Lions on top by 23. And Gear kicks off this time to Hanses. And a penalty, I believe, because the ball actually went out of bounds. Choice is given to the Panthers on that situation. 5-yard penalty back to the 35-yard line. Marked off against the Lions, so Gear will be kicking this time from the 35. And gear goes the direction of Walker. Walker across the 40 to the 45-yard line. So the Panthers with good field position this time at the 40-yard line. 1st and 10. Hanses on a keeper, and Hanses stacked up at the line of scrimmage, gets just across the 45. Kenny York and Brian Gillette making the hit on the Panther quarterback. Called a gain of 1. 2nd down and 9. We go inside the 1 minute mark here in quarter number 1. And a pitch on a play is to number 25, Mike Varhola. And Varhola is stacked up at the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 9. Of quarter number 1, so we'll take time out as we cross across to the 45-yard line, going the other way. At the end of 1, the Lions 23 and the Panthers nothing. Statistics in the first quarter, the Lions pick up 4 first downs, 3 by rushing, 1 by passing. Lenny McCauley goes 4 for 8 in quarter number 1. Throws for 1 touchdown and 1 extra point. So the junior, Jason Deeks, throws. Jake Smith for a big loss on the play.
That's the same play they said before. Remember when he holds the ball like East for starts down half and he's not used to it.
And Jake Smith gets to his feet. So the Panthers will be faced with a 4th down and 30 at the 25. Brian Orr this time will do the punting for the Panthers, standing back around the 10-yard line. So Brian Orr will do the punting, his first punt of the night. And gets punt away across midfield. And long roll all the way to the 32-yard line. So Brian Orr kicks that from his own 10-yard line to the Lion 32-yard line. And now we have a timeout on the field, charged to the Lions. 11:16 remaining in quarter number 2. Don't forget, at the concession stand, Lenny McCullough, junior quarterback, handling the football, back to pass, throws, and completes to Brian Potts, but only a pickup of a couple of yards on the play. Called a gain of 2, bring up 2nd down and 8. As Potts pulls in his first aerial of the night. from Lenny McCullough. And McCullough fires at Drexler. And Mike Drexler picks up another first down for the Lions. Ball setting at the 44-yard line. 5 first downs for the Lions, all picked up by Mike Drexler. McCullough looks. McCullough throws the ball. And Ryan Potts goes to the corner and goes down at the 5-yard line. Rob Walker runs down Potts. Both coming away limping off of the play. But after 2 short passes, McCullough unloads the bomb. Complete to Brian Potts, who takes the ball down. They're setting it on about the 8-yard line, 7 or 8-yard line. First and goal. First down, number 6 for the Lions. Check that, make that 7 first down. And the officials don't like what they see as the penalty flag is dropped. Somebody's helmet probably across the line. And procedure is going to be charged against the Lions. So it'll still be first and goal, but the ball will be back on about the 12-yard line. 13-yard line, we'll call it. First and goal from the 13. And McCullough looks. McCullough throws an out pattern to Drexler for the corner and a touchdown. So Lenny McCullough loads the bomb and fires again to Mike Drexler, who puts 6 more on the board as the Lions have gone to a big passing game here tonight. Lions have scored touchdown on all 4 possessions tonight. And Mike Drexler will attempt the point after touchdown. And Drexler kicks a nice one up and through this time. So with 9:18 remaining here in the first half, Lions on top by 30. Jeremy Gear kicking off again, and Gear kicks this time to Jake Smith. Smith tries the right side, and driven down on the play by 3 or 4 Lions. Jeff Logan, one of those in on the stop. So the Panthers will start dispossession from the 35-yard line. And Jake Smith again, finally driven to the ground by a couple of Lions. In on that stop is Dietz, and I believe, and Lenny McCullough was in on that stop. pickup of about 4 yards on the play. We'll call it 2nd down and 6. Jake Smith tries the outside, and Drexler throws him to the ground. Smith picks up another 4 yards on the play, brings up 3rd down and a couple. Mike Drexler in on that stop for the Lions. Don't forget the Lions will play host to Union City Bears next Friday night in a homecoming contest. And the Lions will have their bye the following week. Hands gives off on a delay. So a 4th down, confronting the Panthers at the 44-yard line, 42-yard line. Haynes is back to throw, and a lot of pressure, and brought down from behind. Kenny York, number 52 for the Lions, who's been in the backfield all night long. Junior linebacker, having a great ball game tonight. So the Lions will take over at the 34-yard line. 1st and 10. McCullough looks, fires, complete. This time. Dave Merritt making that stop on Trevor Oates as the Lions go to the air for another 1st down, and another receiver is able to put a reception in the column. McCullough 9 for 13 here in the 1st half. 4 1st downs. A pair of touchdowns and an extra point. McCullough looks and fires through the hands this time. This time Trevor Oates not able to hang on to that football. Brings up 2nd down. Just got word that the Pizza Joe's Pizza is here, so if you want to pick up some pizza, better come now. And Brian Gillette making a big run, as he hasn't had the football too much tonight. One of the mainstay runners for the Lions, but good enough for a 1st down. And inside the 10-yard line, down to about the 4. Well, we'll wait. They're going to set it down now in the 5. So it'll be 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. 8 1st downs for the Lions. 4 by way of the pass, 4 on the run. And Brian Gillette on a keeper. Jamie Rockwell making that stop for the blue and gold. Pick up 3 yards on the play, takes it down to the 2. So it's 2nd down and goal at the 2-yard line. In case you missed it, the Pizza Joe's Pizza is here, has arrived, so if anyone's looking for some hot pizza, it's now available as long as it lasts. And McCullough looks, throws to the outside. J.J. Potts hauls in that aerial from Lenny McCullough. And so the Lions pick up 6 more points. This time the pass goes to J.J. Potts. Once again, Mike Drexler will do the point after touchdown. J.J. Potts is the holder. And we got a fake this time. Loose football, but can't be advanced, unfortunately, for the Panthers. And so it's 4:48 remaining here in the first half. Lions on top with 36 points. While we have a timeout on the field, we have the booster raffle ticket, the 50-50, that is worth $54. So if you want to take your orange band booster raffle ticket out, the numbers are 965-484. The last 3 digits, 484. Going to do the kicking off for the Lions. And Gear kicks the line drive, picked up by Smith. And pummeled by Smith. Now picked up by Smith. Driven to the ground by Kenny York and Justin Corey. Ball carrier. And it looks like there's a loss on the play. Loss of a couple, 2nd down and 12. As we move to the 4-minute mark here in quarter number 2.
Yeah.
Kansas, the ball carrier. Kansas gets back across the line of scrimmage and picks up 4 or 5 yards on the play. Steve Hawthorne along with Tim Valensik making that stop for the orange and black. Third down for the Panthers and 7. Kansas gives off on the play, and big first down picked up. Dave Merritt was the ball carrier. I believe that's the first time he's carried the football tonight. And it's good for a Panther first down. So the Panthers get to maintain possession of the football at the 34-yard line. And the Lions pouring through, and Tim Valensik is the man that tripped up the Panther quarterback. Tim Valensik, Jr., for the McCullough men. So we have a 2nd down and 15. 2:21 remaining here in the first half. And once again, it was Merritt carrying the football. Tim Valensik once again in the Panther backfield. So a loss of a yard on the play brings up 3rd down and 16. Kansas back to throw. Fires over the middle, incomplete. As it appeared they were setting up a screen play. Goes incomplete and brings up 4th down. Minute and a half remaining in the half. Punting situation for the blue and gold. Jake Smith once again will do the punting for the Panthers. And Smith, end over end kick, comes to Dietz. And Dietz picks up a block by Drexler. And Dietz gets down to the 35-yard line. Tackled on the play by Scott Hansen. Panther quarterback. 1:16 and a half. Timeout charge to the Panthers with 59 ticks remaining in the half. 59 seconds remaining here in the first half. Lions have a 1st down. McCullough looks and throws it out, but low and away as the intended receiver on the play was Jason Dietz. So I'll bring up 2nd down. Lenny McCullough fires a rocket to Drexler inside the 30-yard line. Doesn't get out of bounds, so the clock continues to run. Quick opener to Gillette, and Gillette's looking for running room. And a little fullback for the Lions drives the ball all the way inside the 20-yard line. Stops the clock, and the Lions check that. There is a Panther down on the field with 24 seconds remaining here in the half. Taken off of the field. We hope the injuries are minor.
I don't know. You can say what number it was? It was 98. How did I know she heard? I know. Little girl.
Lions with the first down. McCullough fires quickly to Justin Corey, so Corey is able to complete the pass and a timeout charged to the Lions. So I believe all the Lion receivers now have caught the pigskin here in the first half, as McCullough has gone 13 of 18. Second down and 6. McCullough looks to the end zone, fires on and out, and off the hands of Jason Dietz, the intended receiver, stops the clock with 8 ticks remaining. We just had the boosters tell us that Byron Wheeler was the winner of the $54. So if you're Byron's buddy, you can tell him to buy you a glass of cider at halftime. Byron Wheeler walking off with the $54 50-50 by the boosters. 8 seconds remaining. Lions with a third down. And Gillette straight down the middle. Brian Gillette to the outside and a score. As Brian Gillette picks up his second touchdown tonight out of the fullback slot. As McCullough threw the football, but finally came back to his fullback in the last 8 seconds to pick up the 6 points. And now Potts will hold, and Mike Drexler will attempt the point after touchdown.
You say yeah?
And Drexler kicks it through. So 2 ticks remaining, enough to kick off, with the Lions accumulating 43 points here in the first half. Kicking off will probably complete the ball game here, the first half, as he kicks deep. And a big run back, but finally brought down on the play. Trevor Oates brought Jake Smith down on the final play, and we have another injured player down for the Panthers. I don't see the penalty flag, but the official has indicated it is a personal foul against the Lions. So it'll be a 15 yards, and of course the half can't end on a penalty in that situation. So the Panthers will have 1 down as the Lions are stepped off 15 yards. Will be on the Linesville 40-yard line. So with no time on the clock, the Panthers will have 1 more try, and we have a new quarterback. Shane Tellaho is now quarterbacking for the Panthers. Check that, it's Hanses who is getting the instructions from head coach Chris Cazzola. Hanses back. Hanses looking to throw the football, is going to keep it. And Hanses is brought down on the play at the 35-yard line by Jason Dietz. And so the half will end, and we'll bring on the marching bands. Reminder, the Lions will be home next Friday night. Big homecoming game, hosting the Union City Bears. Number 84, Brian Orr. And Orr kicks the ball deep. Jason Dietz bringing that ball back. And Dietz brought down up around the 25-yard line. On a big run to the outside, and Gillette turns back. And Brian Gillette finally brought down the play by number 26, Jake Smith. But not before Gillette scampers all the way to the Panther 47-yard line. As Brian Gillette, the Lion fullback, has been averaging about 100 yards a ball game. Hasn't carried the ball many times tonight, but he does have 2 touchdowns that first half. And a big gainer there. McCullough looks and fires. Low to Dietz. Coverage on the play by Jake Smith. Brings up a second down for the Lions. Ball's at the 47-yard line. Potts split wide on the left side, Drexler on the right. And the throw to Potts. Potts turns inside and comes up about a yard short of a first down. And Gillette off that right side picks up the first down. Scott Haynes makes that stop on Gillette. And the Lions take a timeout and brings in the JV squad. So a nice round of applause as the starters move down the field to the 31-yard line under first possession. Try to pick up the numbers for you. Tim Crum, a freshman, will be doing the quarterbacking for the Lions. And we'll check out who's in that JV backfield here, will we? Chris Blair is up over the ball at center. Split wide on the left side is Eric Corey. And Crum gives off to the first runner, who is Jeff Logan. And Logan goes off left tackle, picks up 2 or 3 yards on the play. And the pass off from Crum goes to Adam Brown on the play, another freshman. Tackled for a loss on the play. So it brings up third down in about 11. And now the Saegertown Panthers have called a timeout here in the third quarter. So we've got timeout with their first batch they made today. Don't forget, football hats are available downstairs in the concession stand for $5. They have Linesville Lion license plates for $4. The following week, and the Lions take their bye week, and then a big game down the road with Cambridge Springs. Lions will close out their regular season. Crum back to pass. Crum on a keeper and dives. So Tim Crum gets the ball back inside the original line of scrimmage to the time. Crum goes to the outside, tries to break a tackle, dives inside the 20 and picks up a first down. So Tim Crum, the freshman quarterback, 5'11", 160 pounds, scampers to the 20-yard line where he picks up a first down. First down for the Lions here in the second half. And the quick handoff goes to Logan. Logan straight down the middle and is drugged down from behind. And the late flag goes in there. 47 drug him down from behind, which was Adam Fry. And penalty flag comes flying in. We'll check that out. Personal foul charged against the blue and gold. Fourth penalty of the ball game against the Panthers. So it should be half the distance. The first and goal on about the 6-yard line. Logan and Brown in the backfield behind Crum. Crum on a keeper again. Crum fires complete in the end zone. Mike Farrell hauls in the Tim Crum pass for 6 points. So Mike Farrell hauls in a nice pass from freshman quarterback Tim Crum for 6 points.
What? So I'm on JV.
Adam Brown carries the football but does not make it into the end zone, so the score remains 49-0 with 7.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. And it is Tim Crum. And fielded by Jake Smith. And Smith up the middle, has got some running room to the outside, and Farrell takes him out of bounds at the 40-yard line. So Mike Farrell spreads out that 6'5" body and drives Jake Smith out of bounds. So the Panthers start out at the Lion 40-yard line. Okay, new quarterback in there is Andy Lawrence. Andy Lawrence throws a bomb. Hail Mary. Kevin Smith was the intended receiver. We'll try to pick. So Lawrence gives off to 44 on the play. And Jason Vogel scampers ahead for about 5 yards on the play. Brings up third down and 5.
Well, we do.
And should be close to a first down. We'll see where they mark the football. Eric Corey was in on that stop for the orange and black. And we have a penalty flag on the field, pointed against the Saegertown Panthers. So now calling the plays for his JV squad. So they back the ball up 5 yards. 5-yard penalty brings up 3rd and 10. Lawrence back to pass. Lawrence looking for running room. Fires downfield. And nearly intercepted by Eric Corey, but bounced around. Comes up. Incompleted forward pass. So 4th down and 10. Had a big punt early in the game. The freshman for the Panthers. Kyle Hood calls for a fair catch, lets the ball roll. And it's going to go dead inside the 20. So the Lions start out this time deep in their own territory. Lions yet to punt here tonight. Jeff Logan picked up 3 yards. On this play, once again, it is Jeff Logan carrying the pigskin. So the Lions faced with a 3rd and 2. Ball out around the 25-yard line. Comes to Brown, and Brown trying to get some running room. Brown picking up blockers, and Adam Brown could go all the way as Adam Brown streaks around the left side. For Adam Brown, the 5'6" freshman for the Lions, goes 75 yards, picks up 2 or 3 big blocks, and gets his first touchdown at the varsity level. Keeper looks and cuts back inside, and Crum goes in for the 2 points. So Tim Crum, the freshman quarterback, shakes off a blocker, goes in for the 2-point conversion. Kick off. Once again, and Crum's kick comes to number 25, Mike Varhola. And Varhola finally dropped at about the 46-yard line. First down for the Panthers. Andy Lawrence, sophomore quarterbacking the Panthers. Lawrence, back to throw. Oh! Steps forward and let's go. But over the intended receiver, that is Jason Bohr. Jeff Logan came blitzing from the right side, but Andy Lawrence stepped forward as Jeff Logan went flying by. Jason Vogel. And Lawrence hands off on a delay to number 30, Dave Merritt. And Merritt picks up another 5 or 6 yards. Brings up 3rd down and 2 on the Lions' 32-yard line. Lawrence on a keeper is buried in the backfield as the Lions came on the blitz and smothered the young quarterback, Eric Corey. Check that, Matt Gillette was one of the ones in there on that tackle. And now we have a timeout on the field, charged to the Panthers. As mentioned before, don't forget homecoming next Friday night as the Lions take on the Union City Bears. Maplewood and at Cambridge Springs before closing out the season the last weekend of October against the Cockerton Cardinals.
Yeah, well, it was kind of quick sale.
Andy Lawrence now doing the quarterbacking for the Panthers. And Lawrence throws a short one to the big tight end. And Brian Orr brings in that completion and a first down for the Panthers. Third first down for the Panthers as they are inside the 20-yard line. Deepest penetration, I believe, of the night for the Panthers. And this time the ball is handed off to Dave Merritt. Merritt picks up about 3 yards on the play. 2nd down and 7. Lawrence on a keeper. Lawrence looks, cross field, batted in the air, and goes incomplete. As he was going to throw back across the field, but one of the Lions was able to bat the ball loose, stops the clock, brings up 3rd down. 3rd and 6. Merritt once again off left guard and dives ahead and gets the first down. So Panthers putting together a good drive. Be 1st and goal as they spot the ball. 1st and goal for the Panthers. There was a fumble on the play, but it was 44, Jason Vogel, but he quickly picked the football up and picked up a yard or so. And that ends the quarter as they spot the ball on about the 5-yard line, I believe. Both teams head down the field to begin the final quarter. The Panthers will trek to Cambridge Springs next weekend for a big game with their rival, Independent. Lawrence takes the snap, gives on a play to Merritt. Merritt down to about the 3-yard line. Brings up third down. So the Lions defense now tested. And a quick give to Merritt, and they grab a hold of Merritt early on. A good defensive job for the Lions. Football looks to be on about the 1-yard line. So very close, yard and a half. 4th and goal. For the Panthers. And they mark it as a touchdown as number 47, Adam Fry, goes off the left side and scores the 6 points. Two-point conversion. Andy Lawrence back to throw. Throws hit in the air by number 10 for the Lions, Tim Crum. Ben Allen was the intended receiver. So at the 10:31 mark here in the 4th quarter, Panthers put Kyle Hood, along with Jeff Logan, deep for the Lions at the 15-yard line. And the kick comes to Logan. Logan picks it up and tries to put a move on and draws a host of Panthers at the 23-yard line. Crum gives off to Logan, and Logan gets across the 25 to about the 26-yard line. Pickup of a couple yards on the play. We'll call it 2nd down and 8. And a quick handoff again on the left side. I assume it's Logan, the ball carrier. And so Jeff Logan powers his way all the way to the 40-yard line. The 5'9" sophomore running out of that backfield in that power formation of the Lions this year. First and 10. Crum back to pass. Crum throws a nice pass. They call it an incomplete forward pass as as Eric Corey was on the ground, trying to keep it above in his arms. The official rules it incomplete. 2nd down and 10. And once again on the power drive is Logan straight ahead for 10 or 12 yards. So another first down for the Lions as Jeff Logan picks up first down number 14. This time it goes to Brown. Brown to the outside. Spins down to the 45-yard line. Jason Bohr in on that stop of Adam Brown. Gain of 2 yards on the play. And Logan still on his feet, drugged down from behind by number 70, Jim Sides. Bonnie brings down Logan, but not before another big gainer. As Jeff Logan follows the blockers up the middle. And in the backfield behind Crum. Crum looks. Crum fires and overthrown. Pass intended for number 42, Eric Corey. Brings up 2nd and 10. The give on it quick goes Logan off left guard. And Logan picks up another 7 or 8 yards. They mark it an 8-yard pickup for Jeff Logan. Brings up 3rd down and 2. Corey split wide on the right side. Crum on a keeper. Crum's got some running room. Right. Tim Crum goes to the corner and finally is in for the touchdown. Tim Crum, sophomore quarterback. Scampers in from the 25-yard line. A 25-yard touchdown run by freshman Tim Crum, number 10 for the Lions. Lions attempting a 2-point conversion. And I take it that Logan took the ball up the middle for the 2-point conversion. And Crum's kick. Comes to Merritt. Check that. That's Jason Bohr, the ball carrier. And Jason Bohr brings that ball to the 45-yard line of the Panthers, where they'll take over 1st and 10. Lawrence gives on a quick opener to Merritt, and Merritt goes for Eric Corey finally tripped up Dave Merritt, the freshman running back, after a pickup of 12 yards on the play. Brings the ball to the Lion 42-yard line. And another quick opener, and maybe a gain of 1 on the play, as 47 was the ball carrier, Adam Fry. Gain of 1. We'll call it 2nd down and 9.
I thought I grew up that way, didn't
Lawrence on a keeper. And a great hit on the play by Farrell. Makes a great hit in the middle. Pick up by the quarterback of 2 or 3 yards on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 5. Mike Farrell, 6'5" junior, making that hit on Andy Lawrence. Sophomore quarterback on a keeper. And Merritt dives to the 30-yard line. They'll spot the ball about the 31. So a 1st down for the Panthers. Number 5. And Merritt picks up about 5 yards off the right side. Keeps the ball moving. Matt Gillette in on that stop for the Lions. 2nd down and 5. Second down and 5 at the 25. Lawrence, quick opener again, and once again it's Fry, the big fullback, rambles all the way down to the 15-yard line as the Panthers seemingly are using the same play the Lions moved up the field with. Power quick opener, and the Panthers are having the same success the Lions did on that quick opener into the middle. Just driving the ball down the field. Another 1st down for the Panthers. And this time there's a fumble, and Lions, number 20. Jeff Logan on top of the pigskin. That's the first turnover we've had since the opening minutes of the 1st quarter. So the Lions stopped the Panther drive as Andy Lawrence was on a quarterback rollout and was stripped of the football. And alertly, Jeff Logan jumps on the football. And this time it's John O'Day stood up at the 25-yard line, takes a pretty good lick, but picks up 5 yards. John's one of the big boys at 5'5", 120 pounds. Picks up 5 yards on the play. This time Kyle Hood gets up to about the 29-yard line, close to a 1st down. As another freshman for the Lions, Back into the ball game goes John O'Day. Don't forget, as we're down to the 1:40 mark, that anyone that can stick around for 5 or 10 minutes, help out the boosters, clean up right after the ball game, and do a great job picking up all the paper, debris, cans, etc. around the field. So please stick around if you possibly can. Quick opener up the middle. Goes to Logan. Logan picks up the first down easily, gets to about the 38-yard line. So as we face the final minute of this ball game, once again, the boosters would just ask, plead, whatever you say. If you could stick around and help a little bit with the boosters, pick everything up after the ball game. They do a great job in the cleanup immediately following the ball game. Don't forget, next Friday night, the Lions play host in homecoming game to Union City Bears. And movement on both ends and in the backfield. Brings out a penalty flag, will cost the Lions 5 yards. Lions move to 4-0 after tonight. And will host Union City next week before traveling to Maplewood the following Friday night. Ticks as Crum kneels down with the football, and that may be the final play of the ball game. As the clock runs down, it will be the final play. We thank you for coming tonight. Ask once again if you can possibly stick around and help the boosters out a little bit with a quick cleanup right after the game. Would certainly be appreciated. Tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock, the Little Lions, 7th and 8th grade, take on the Saegertown Panthers, and Monday afternoon, the Lions will travel to Saegertown to take on the Panthers in the JV game. And don't forget, we'll see you back here next Friday night at homecoming at LCS. Have a nice weekend.